So we've got M2 Pro, we've got M2 Max, but there's one model specifically that I recommend buying instead. It is a much better deal. And I will reveal this model, but first, let's go over all MacBooks you should and should not buy in 2023, because yeah, it's much harder now to buy the right MacBook. Let's cross two names off. First, Intel-based MacBooks. Some people are still considering them, but those Macs, despite looking good, are slow, hot, and will soon be receiving their last macOS update. Because if you need Intel chips for apps that don't work on Apple Silicon, it's better to buy a Windows laptop instead. As for the Macs, it is worth looking only at Apple Silicon machines. And the second thing is the M1 MacBook Air. It's sad to let it go, but we have a few reasons for that. The M1 Air is definitely a solid choice for anyone in need of a cheap MacBook, but now it's not the best time to buy a new one. Although it has been well received for its performance, its design and display technology are starting to show their age. The wedge shape looks outdated, and the display has pretty thick bezels when you compare it to M2 Air, for example. On the bright side, the M1 chip inside the MacBook Air is still powerful enough to handle most tasks with ease. However, as technology continues to advance, it might not be able to keep up with the demands of future applications and software. The base config with 8 gigs of unified memory and 256 gigs of storage is definitely not enough for any super demanding tasks. And in the future, it will only get worse. But sure, if you're in need of a cheap laptop for presentations and text editing, it will do just fine. But if you're planning to do something more in the future, it's better to spend a little extra for something more powerful. Something like the M2 MacBook Air at least. New design, new look, a boxy look, and rounded edges of this aluminum and glass sandwich is something to look for. If you ask me, the screen has been amped up, now measuring 13.6 inches and shining with 500 nits of brightness. Yes, the number of ports remain the same as on the M1 Air, with just 2 Thunderbolt ports, but the addition of MagSafe, similar to the Pros, makes up for it. Also, this MagSafe supports fast charging, which really makes a difference. When it comes to performance, things are a little less impressive here. The base model hosts an 8-core M2 chip with 8 GPU cores and 8 gigs of unified memory. The base storage is also 256 gigs, and it is slower than on M1 Air, but don't let that fool you. It's perfect for basic tasks like browsing and document typing. However, don't expect it to handle heavy-duty tasks. To ensure smooth performance, I highly recommend upgrading the unified memory to at least 16 gigabytes, and if you need an extra punch, get the 512 gig SSD. I know this laptop was kind of a bummer when it came out, but as time passes, it starts to look better than the M1 Mac with every new day, because alongside its design, it has a plethora of small upgrades: better speaker system, better 1080p webcam, higher display brightness, better media engine, better power efficiency, and so on. There are many little things that matter. So I think if you are a student and need a modern machine for all your needs, a refurbished M2 MacBook Air is the right choice. The base model can be found refurbished for $1,080, and the one with 16 gigs of unified memory only $1,250. With those 16 gigs of memory, it will just fly through anything you throw at it. Okay, if you think I will start forcing you to buy the M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBooks, no, take your time. We've got a couple more Macs you should buy that are great in 2023, but first, quick word from today's sponsor. Have you ever been on vacation and tried to stream your favorite TV show only to be told that it's not available in your location? Or maybe you've been worried about your online privacy while using public Wi-Fi. In situations like these, a VPN service can be incredibly helpful. And when it comes to VPN services, Atlas VPN is one of the best on the market. With Atlas VPN, you can enjoy all the benefits of a virtual private network in your everyday life. Your internet traffic is encrypted, ensuring that your online activity is protected from prying eyes. Atlas VPN also stops ads and malware, making for a much more pleasant and safe online experience. Plus, it unlocks content with location restrictions, allowing you to access a wider range of online content no matter where you are. Atlas VPN also helps you save money while shopping online and protects an unlimited number of devices. Whether you're using a laptop, smartphone, tablet, or other device, Atlas VPN has you covered. And right now, Atlas VPN is running a huge discount. It means you can get a free year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Time is running out, so get your deal by clicking the link in the video description below. And now, let's get back to it. So, the 2021 MacBook Pros. These MacBook Pros are made sleek with durable aluminum and feature a minimalist, professional look. They're thin, light, and portable, making them easy to take on the go. The displays are a noticeable upgrade. Both 14 and 16-inch models boast ProMotion, which gives smooth and fluid graphics with a high refresh rate of up to 120 Hz. The brightness is top-notch with 500 nits of brightness for SDR and 1000 for HDR. Thanks to mini LED technology, the blacks are as black as they can be. Add to it very thin bezels, which give a more immersive experience. When it comes to ports, Apple hasn't disappointed either. 3 Thunderbolt ports, an HDMI port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, an SD card reader make connecting to external displays, cameras, and other devices easy. Plus, the MagSafe ensures fast and convenient charging. Performance-wise, the 2021 MacBook Pros are powerhouses. The base 14-inch model is equipped with an 8-core M1 Pro chip and 14-core graphics, while the base 16-inch comes with a 10-core CPU and 16-core GPU. Both come with 16 gigs of memory and 512 solid-state drive as standard. And you can go up to 64 gigs of memory and up to 8 terabytes of storage. The M1 Pro and M1 Max chips deliver impressive performance even in 2023 without being slow and sluggish. In all apps, the 2021 models perform impeccably well. Whether you're working on demanding projects, playing graphics-intensive games, or just running multiple apps, the 2021 MacBook Pros can handle it all with ease. Battery life is also excellent, with the 14-inch model offering up to 11 hours of web browsing. You can work all day without worrying about running out of juice. The combination of performance, battery life, and design make the 2021 MacBook Pro models a great deal. Whether you are a creative professional, a student, or just someone who wants a powerful and stylish laptop, the MacBook Pro is definitely worth considering. Especially given the price of these things. Apple currently will sell you the base 14-inch for as low as $1,500 and the base 16-inch for $1,900. In comparison, the new 14-inch with M2 Pro will cost you $2,000 and the new 16-inch $2,500. So money-wise, a great deal. And finally, the new 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros, M2. Let's look at these models through the prism of 2021 models still being widely available. Are these two generations similar? Sure, the new models have exactly the same display as previous models, the same battery, the same case, the same everything. Visually, they are absolutely identical, not even an additional Type-C port, nothing. Everything is exactly as it was in 2021 models, and that's a good thing. One YouTuber even went and swapped motherboards from the new model to the old one, and it worked. All that Apple did was swapping the motherboard and reprogramming the battery controllers, and that's all. But if we can discuss the design and the screen, what should we look at? The performance and small things. So, the power. The base 14-inch is equipped with a 10-core M2 Pro chip with 16 GPU cores. M2 Pro can be upgraded to 12 CPU cores and 19 GPU cores, and that's exactly the chip found in the base 16-inch. Both laptops can be upgraded to M2 Max with 12-core CPU and up to 38-core GPU, but don't get too excited, the chip layout is the same as in 2021 models. 6 performance cores in binned versions of chips and 8 performance cores in unbinned versions. Only the number of efficiency cores has changed. It doubled from 2 to 4 for each chip. The M2 Pro with its 10-core CPU outclasses the base 8-core M1 Pro by 15%, but the unbinned 10-core M1 Pro isn't far behind, surpassing the M2 Pro by 9%. When it comes to GPU, the M2 Pro has an advantage with its 16 GPU cores compared to the base M1 Pro's 14. However, the upgraded M1 Pro also packs 16 GPU cores, making the competition even tougher. The 14-core GPU in the base M1 Pro lags behind the M2 Pro's 16-core GPU by 23%. And even the 16-core M1 Pro with its extra power couldn't quite keep up with the M2 Pro's base 16-core GPU, falling behind by 12%. So the difference in performance is real, but I don't think it's that substantial to force people to upgrade, but the new Macs have a couple more aces up their sleeve. The new Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and HDMI 2.1. Wi-Fi 6E offers faster speeds and greater capacity compared to its predecessor, but is currently limited by the lack of compatible devices, making it a useless upgrade at the moment. Similarly, Bluetooth 5.3 boasts improved range and data transfer capabilities, but with most devices still relying on Bluetooth 5.0, the benefits are yet to be fully realized. HDMI 2.1 is also useless to most people. Do you have an 8K screen to connect to your Mac? Probably not, so I think that this year's MacBook Pros aren't substantially better than the 2021 models, but we're gonna test it out anyway right in our next video. So subscribe for more content. And if you ask me, I think that the 14-inch MacBook Pro, M1 Pro, is the best MacBook in 2023 in my opinion. It's portable, it's powerful, has a high quality screen, a sleek design, and long battery life. And it's only $1,500 refurbished. That's an absolute steal for all the amazing features you are getting. But that's just me. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.